questions for Rob and Matt?
Robert, your first regular season game in 11 months or so. Just what are the emotions like today, and how did it feel to have the game you did?
I think one of the most things I want to say is I'm proud of myself. A lot of times I don't take the moment to say that to myself, so saying it in front of you guys just means even more. Just going through the things that I went through more mentally than physically, going through something like this has been just very big for me, so proud and just thankful. Thank God that I got the second chance opportunity to play basketball again.
Eric said you guys had a lot of tearful conversations where maybe it didn't look great with your knee and there was some doubt about whether you'd get back. Was there ever some moments in that journey, I guess, where you thought maybe this just isn't meant to be?
No, sir. There was never a moment. I never doubted myself. I was always confident in myself. If there was ever a moment, I would just say initially after my surgery, the doctor did tell me that because of what I tore, there was a possibility that I was not going to be able to play basketball again. So, and that just actually had nothing to do with me or the surgery, just how my body healed. So, like I said, thankful for God that my body healed properly and allowed me to be here with you guys right now.
You had the close scrimmage and then the exhibition last week, but just how have you felt against three different opponents besides yourselves so far?
I feel good. I think one of the biggest things that make me feel so good is just having my teammates, having my back. Matt, Ty, my brothers on the team, just knowing that they support me and they keep me uplifted when times do get hard is one of the biggest things that make me feel the best.
Matt, you guys only led by one at the half, and then you kind of got going in the second half and pulled away a little bit. Was there something that changed offensively?
I feel like it wasn't offensively. I feel like we just got together as a team and told each other we was going to keep getting stops, and eventually the offense was going to come together. You know, we made an emphasis on getting more ball movement, and then shots started to fall.
Kurt was in here just talking about, despite some of the early struggle that you just found a way in the second half, with those 14 points. Just what kind of clicked there in the second half?
I mean, my teammates, they kept telling me to keep shooting, shots eventually going to fall. And, it just kept my confidence, and eventually the shots started to fall.
Matt, just what did you see out of Amari kind of having to take on an extra load with Deshaun getting back from another injury?
Of course, we knew, we had an injury to Deshaun last year, so we knew, what we was getting into. The freshmen didn't, but all the returners knew. So, I mean, we had most people playing the point guard tonight. I was proud of the freshmen that stepped up. T.J. Amari that played point, and, they was able to close the game, and I'm proud of them.
Mm-hmm. How has it been trying to mesh a lot of new pieces, new faces, just kind of get y'all to gel together? How's that been? I
think it's been great. Everybody's fine. I think at this point, everybody's found their role. Now, everybody know what we expect out of them. And, we're just coming together, and I think this team is really close.
Any further questions? All right. Thank you, gentlemen.
Thank you, guys.
Good job.